not every bird is built to cling to a feeder or hang from a suet cage. Some are more comfortable with their feet on the ground, scratching through leaves or walking across lawns to find their next meal. These ground-feeding birds spend most of their time foraging below eye level, often cleaning up the seeds or insects that others miss. In this video, we learn about 7 types of birds that prefer to dine where the action is, on the ground. Before we start, please hit like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and helps the channel a lot. Number 1. Doves. Doves are some of the most familiar feeders in North America. Mourning doves, Eurasian collared doves, and white-winged doves all share the same slow, steady walk as they pick up seeds from open ground. They prefer flat, open spaces where they can see danger coming, and they eat cracked corn, millet, and mixed seed. You might see them perched on a wide platform feeder now and then, but they're often more comfortable feeding right below it. When seed spills to the ground, that's where doves will gather. They often feed in small flocks, moving quietly through the yard. You'll notice they swallow seeds whole and store them in their crop before flying off to digest later. If you scatter seed directly on the ground or use a large, low tray, you'll quickly find out just how much doves love to eat that way. Number 2. Juncos. Dark-eyed juncos are classic winter ground feeders, hopping across snowy lawns and under feeders to grab tiny seeds. You might hear them called snowbirds, since they show up when cold weather moves in. Across the country, you'll see a few different subspecies: slate-colored in the east, Oregon in the west, and pink-sided in the Rockies. But they all share the same ground-feeding habits. They rarely land on feeders, preferring to pick up what's fallen below. If you want to draw them closer, scatter a bit of millet or fine sunflower hearts at the base of your feeder. Juncos are quick and alert, darting in and out from cover as they eat. They're simple to please and a fun sight on quiet winter mornings. Number 3. Towhees. Towhees are bold, colorful birds built for foraging on the ground. The eastern towhee wears black, white, and rusty orange, while the spotted towhee out west has striking white spots on its wings and back. Both have the same habit: a double-footed scratch that flicks leaves backward to uncover food. If you hear leaves rustling under your shrubs, it's probably a towhee looking for insects or seeds. They almost never eat from hanging feeders, but they'll visit a low tray if it's full of millet or cracked corn. You'll usually find them near brush piles or thick hedges where they can feed under cover and slip away if startled. Number 4. Thrashers. Brown thrashers and their western relatives, like the curved-bill thrasher, are ground-feeding pros. They use their long, curved bills to flip leaves and mulch as they hunt for beetles, worms, and berries. You'll often see them at the edge of shrubs or along garden borders where insects hide. Thrashers almost never visit feeders, but if you leave mealworms or fruit on the ground, they might just stop by. They're powerful foragers with quick, deliberate movements. Watching one dig through a patch of leaves is like watching a small animal with tools, all focus and determination. Number 5. Sparrows. Sparrows are some of the busiest birds on the ground. From song sparrows to chipping and white-throated sparrows, nearly all of them prefer feeding low, hopping or walking as they pick up small seeds. They feed in groups, moving constantly as they cling up what falls from above. You might see house sparrows at feeders, but most species stick close to the ground. They like millet, cracked corn, and fine grains, and they feel safest near shrubs or fences where they can dart away from danger. If you pay attention, you'll notice they spend far more time eating under your feeders than on them. Number 6. Robins. American robins are pure ground feeders. They don't eat seed at all, so you'll never see them at your feeders. But you'll see them everywhere else, pacing across lawns, cocking their heads, and pulling up worms. Robins eat insects, grubs, and berries, switching to fruit when the ground freezes in winter. They'll visit yards with fruiting bushes or bird baths, but prefer to forage naturally. Robins are confident walkers, and they're often the first birds you'll see in the morning after a rain when the worms are easiest to find. Their simple habits make them one of the easiest ground feeders to watch up close. Number 7. Flickers. Northern flickers are the odd ones in the woodpecker family. While most woodpeckers cling to tree trunks, flickers spend a lot of their time feeding on the ground. There are two main types, the yellow-shafted flicker in the east and the red-shafted flicker in the west. Both share the same spotted pattern and black crescent across the chest. Flickers dig into the soil with their long, slightly curved bills, using their sticky tongues to pull out ants and beetles. You might see them in open fields, along forest edges, or even in your yard poking around an anthill. They'll sometimes visit suet feeders, but most of their meals come straight from the ground. These birds prove that not every meal needs a perch. For them, the best buffet is right under their feet. If you leave a little open ground or leaf litter in your yard, you'll be giving them exactly what they're looking for. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next video.